Hello friends, welcome into my craft room. Today's episode is going to be using Dollar Tree supplies to create some beautiful high-end home decor for the spring season. I love taking the random items that we can get from the Dollar Tree and turning them into home decor that you would think you spent a lot of money on, but we did it. We did it on a crafter's budget. Now come along and let's make something beautiful for our homes. This project is so easy to do. The real trick is getting the glue adhesive right. So go ahead and take some of these little hors d'oeuvre cups that have almost a rectangle look to them, and we're going to need 2 of them as well as 2 of these cake platters. I am using E6000 and hot glue. I only had white E6000 on me, so it's not clear, but we're going to be painting this. Now you're going to notice that I'm putting some nice gloppy gloops, that's what I'm just going to call it, big dots of this stuff so that as I'm putting them together, it wants to blend into each other. And you're also going to notice that I'm not letting the hot glue and the E6000 touch each other, because the second that it does, that hot glue starts to dry super quick. It cools down and then it doesn't bond well, so don't let them touch each other. Then I took it outside after I had let it dry for a little bit. I spray painted it this vintage gold color. And now I'm going to take some of these doilies, and you're going to see that we are going to have a harder time putting a doily on the bottom tray. So I'm going to use another one of those cups that we used for the middle of that stability for the tray. And I'm going to just trace it right in the middle, make a line to cut in, and then cut around that square in the middle, and guess what? It fits on there perfectly. And now you can put whatever you want on it for whatever party you're going to be hosting. I imagine this next project being used at a lot of different parties, especially like weddings or baby showers. We're going to take one of these little fluted glasses, and we are going to take one of these beautiful textured bowls, again all in the party section, and we are going to use our E6000 and hot glue and lock them all together. Don't forget to put E6000 where the base and the neck of the fluted cup come together. Then I took it outside and I spray painted it black, but you can do whatever color you want. And then I'm just going to simply tie a bow on it. You can skip the bow, you can put some greenery, you can put some tulle, again, whatever color you might want. And then after that, I'm going to just line it with a little doily tissue paper, and then I'm going to add in some candies. Wouldn't this be so beautiful on a table at a party? I think this is such a warm, welcoming gift for any guest that's coming. These are the supplies that I'm going to be using. This beautiful stencil from Studio R12, I'll link it down below. They're my new favorite stencil company. This wood sign that I found in the craft section at the Dollar Tree, some blue paint, some drop cloth fabric that I just cut down to size, and then some gold push pins from the school supply section at the Dollar Tree. Now I'm going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to create some stripes by using some painter's tape and some washi tape, and I'm going to just put down different sizes because we're going to be making almost like a ticking stripe fabric, and we're going to use some paint to get that stripe. Now I love this technique because the possibilities are endless. You can do all kinds of different colors, different thicknesses of stripes, and then when you remove the painter's tape, make sure it's pressed down nice and tight onto the fabric so you've got a good seal. When you remove the painter's tape, you're going to see this beautiful stripe on the fabric. You could do this with pillows and all kinds of different techniques. You can put this inside of a frame. So I'm now moving on to my stencil that's got this little bumblebee on it, a crown, and a wreath. I think this stencil is so beautiful, and it's so great for this time of year, going into spring, summer, and sometimes even a little bit into fall, depending on what your home decor style is. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull off the stencil, and now I'm going to cut it down because we're going to take this fabric and make a pocket onto this wooden sign from the craft section at the Dollar Tree. Go ahead and just put some glue, pull it around nice and snug, and then make sure you get the bottom nice and tight on there too, so it's a nice clean finish. And you can see here that I'm taking those push pins and I'm hammering them into the sides to give it a very high-end look. Now the gold was a little too shiny, so I went ahead and distressed it with some brown paint. Now I'm adding in some florals, and then on the back side, because I love a finished project, I'm going to take some of this gingham ribbon and just glue that onto it to clean it up. This candy dish comes in several different colors. I grabbed the clear one because we are going to be taking this outside to spray paint it white. Now once we've removed all the stickers from it, it's ready to be spray painted, and you can honestly do whatever color you want, but I'm going to do it white so I can get that farmhouse look. Now I'm going to be taking these large oversized tongue depressor sticks that I pick up from Walmart, and I'm going to figure out the width of the round band that goes around that candy dish. And I'm going to cut these popsicle sticks so we've got that bump at the top, and it's going to give us that scallop effect on this container. Now as you're going around, you are going to need to cut one down a little bit thinner so it can fit on the back. If you use popsicle sticks, it will give you a smaller scallop, and it will also allow you to probably not have to cut one down like this. So it just depends on how thick you want your scallops to be. Now I'm going to be using, I like to call this wood ribbon. I found this on Amazon. I'll link it down below. Oh man, friends, this stuff has so much potential to craft with because it's like a ribbon, but it's wood. And so you can stain it and do all kinds of fun things with it. I'm going to be going around my candy dish twice to create that darling farmhouse bucket look. This is going to look so cute. Simply start by adding some glue and then just wrapping it around. Now it does want to not fully lay flat when you're going on a curved edge just because it's wood, but I just keep manipulating it and working with it and gluing it down, and I get a nice laid down flat look. Once you've got it in place, go ahead and cut off the extra. And now we're going to take some water and some brown paint, and we are going to do a beautiful faux stain on it. I like to make sure I covered those inside scallops, and then on the very bottom of that little candy dish, I made sure to match the paint so that it matched the bucket, but I kept the stand part white and did a little distressing on it. Now we're going to take some foam, and you can put anything inside of it you want, but I decided to go with a beautiful floral decor inside. So I just popped in some foam, and now I'm going to add in some of the Spanish moss, and then I'm coming in with some Real Touch tulips. I will link those down below. I get these from Amazon. They come in so many colors, and they really are all the hype that everybody is talking about. I love these things so much. So I just popped those down in there, gave them some beautiful display at different heights, and then added on a garden tag that I think has such a farmhouse flair. We are going to take this flower garden bucket as well as some of these florals and a piece of foam core and some black and white gingham ribbon. Go ahead and take your foam piece and put in some E6000 and some hot glue and pop that right down into your pot. Now we're going to take that bucket and we're going to flatten one of the sides so that we can use this as a darling wreath to be able to hang up on a hook on a door somewhere at your home. Now you can see here that it's nice and flat, so when you go to put it on a door, it's laying evenly and that you can see the front of the bucket nicely and it's not leaning forward oddly. And then it like rocks around on the door. Now I'm taking some different lavender colors, dark and light purple, as well as this blue. I really like that blue in there with it. But you can put whatever florals in here you want. It's just the idea of taking the bucket, flattening it, and then putting in whatever florals that you prefer for your home. Now I'm going to take some of this gingham ribbon, and I've decided that I was going to loop it on each handle because I wanted the handle part to look finished and cleaned. So I looped it and then pulled up those ribbons and tied it in a knot at the top. Those tails that were extra on there, I'm just going to let them kind of dangle down, look really pretty, kind of scrunch them around and give them a nice clean cut on the end. Add a bow, and at this point, it's ready to be hung up on a door for your home. It really does not take a lot to create a beautiful home, and using your creativity with some random items to bring together a high-end look is so satisfying. Please do give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you haven't yet, because I am posting 3 videos every single week here on my channel. Those days that I'm posting are on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So click the subscribe button so you don't miss when those new videos go live. I'm going to recommend this video right here if you missed it from the other day. Thanks so much for stopping in and being my crafting friend. And until the next episode, bye friends.